Hello friends, my name is Oshina. So glad you're here. I've switched up the location a little bit because in this video I'm going to be talking about my 2026 reading goals and channel goals and Patreon goals and lots of goals in this video because lots of updates are also in this video. So I'm excited to share it all with you, but I do need my computer because it's all written down in my Notion. I did get really into Notion like this fall season, and it's so helpful to stay organized. So I'm going to be reading off my Notion, but I do also have my reading journal with me because I'm going to recap my 2025 goals and then I'll share my 2026 goals. And I'm excited to get into this. If you like goals videos, I love them, so that's why I like making them. And if you make a goals video, let me know because I want to watch all the goals videos. I pretty much, even if I'm not subscribed to the person, I'll watch their goals video because I just like the motivation that I get from watching goals. So that's what we're doing. I'm going to timestamp down below all the different things because there's going to be a lot of things in this video. So get cozy. I'm here to chat. Let's do it. Okay, so 2025, you guys. I am filming this on December 9th. This is not going up for another week at least, but I'm filming it now because I have time now. And I did use this like kind of rose gold pinkish. At the very beginning, I did put my 2025 goals. So I'm gonna go over them with you and let's see if I reached any of them. Okay, so goal number 1 was to read 88 books. This was my Goodreads goal. As of today, December 9th, I'm at 124 books and I actually just finished another one. So I'm actually at 125. So yeah, so I'm definitely rethinking that number goal. Is it even necessary? I mean, I basically want to share what my Goodreads goal is, so that's why it's here, but it's not like I really pay attention to it because I seem to hit it pretty easily every year. So that's nice. My next goal was to complete my reading challenge, which I did because I just finished reading Christmas at Sugar Plum Manor by Rosanna M. White. This is a Christian Christmas romance book, so it definitely fits the Christmas prompt on my challenge. It's Christian, it has romance, and I just finished reading it today, so I still have to write a review for it and mark it on Goodreads, but yay. So that means I did finish my challenge. So I've read 12 books from it. I had a request to do like a recap of all the books that I read for the challenge. I will either do a post about it or maybe I'll do a video, but I'll get to that when I talk about 2026 and like my plans and stuff, but I'm just recapping 2025 for now, so there you go. Next was to reread 5 books, and I definitely did that because I reread the Hunger Games trilogy and Powerless and Reckless. Read 6 nonfiction. I did not track this. Why do I put this on here if I don't even track it? I reread The Case for Christ. I read Forgiving What You Can't Forget, Strong Like Water by Andy Kolber. That was a good one. I read Why We Sleep. And I read the 6 Types of Working Genius. So that is good. Oh, and Clear Mind, Peaceable Heart. Nice. I literally hit 6. That is a miracle from heaven because I did not even mean to do that. I read 6. Go me. That's awesome. Okay, then I have attempt to read anticipated releases, which I did track right here. And the only one that I didn't get to is First Love, Second Draft by Becca Kinzer, but otherwise I did read all of my anticipated releases. My library just didn't get in Becca Kinzer's book, which was strange because it has her 2 other ones, and it just would not get her new one. P.S. I do have my sister and a friend out there right now, so you may hear their voices in the background. Next goal is to read the New Testament, and unfortunately I'm not going to complete this goal. There's quite a few books I didn't read. I was tracking it on a little bookshelf here. I did read Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. I read 1st and 2nd Corinthians, Galatians, Ephesians, Colossians, 2nd Peter, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd John, Jude. And then I didn't read any of the other ones. I'm currently reading Romans, so I will finish that before the end of the year. I wanted to read a lot more of the Bible, but I was also really trying to read it to soak it in. And I actually take quite a while to finish a book of the Bible. So I have to like decide, do I want to like consume more of it, but maybe go less deep? Or do I want to just like go slow, but keep being deep? I think there's benefits to both. And I just happen to do the deep option this year. So my next goal, let me get back to it, is to keep up with Patreon. And I did. I had a great year of Patreon. It was my first ever year of having one, and I had a really good experience. Like, everyone who joined is so kind to me, so understanding, and It's just so encouraging. I'm really happy with where it is right now. Thank you to everyone who did join, and I'm happy to have it. So it is going to continue into next year. My last goal was to write a chapter of a potential book. Didn't do that because life really was lifing in 2025. My overall like year reflection is I can't even explain how intense this year was. There were like stages of it. The beginning of the year was super intense, and then very sad, and then very crazy, and then very terrible, and then very exciting, and then kind of chill, and now crazy again. So all of those things happened this year, and it is crazy how much life happened in 2025, but I feel very full in a good way. I feel like I know myself better. I feel like I really grew as a person because of all the things that I went through, and I feel stronger and braver as a person. So I am thankful for that. And yeah, I rebranded this year. Like, serious crazy things happened this year, and you guys have been here for it. So whether you just subscribed yesterday or you've been here for a couple years or months, thank you, because this is very fun for me, and I just want to continue doing this because it is one of my favorite things that I do. So on to 2026. This is going to be my new reading journal. It looks very similar to my old one. And this is a Clever Fox reading journal. So they did kindly send me this journal. I did talk about it in a video like in the summer. So I'm not gonna like go into details about what the journal has. I'll link it down below, and I'll link the video down below that I showed it in. But I have slowly been starting to decorate it. And this reading journal doesn't actually have any like free pages for me to do my own spreads. It has its own like fillable content. So at the beginning is a way to like track all the books you read with star ratings, and then most of the book is all book review pages. So this will be so handy for when I'm doing my wrap-ups, because there are times when I'm like, definitely forget what this book was about and I don't remember what I rated it. But this book is going to allow me to remember all of those things when I'm doing wrap-ups, and if I'm doing videos, I can like look through and pick out all of the 5 stars. Or there are some note pages at the back that I'll probably just, I don't know what I'll do. But because this doesn't allow for like any content planning, it's only for reading, I'm gonna do all of my content planning on Notion now. I have been watching a lot of different tutorials on Notion, and I really enjoy it. There's such an easy calendar view for it, and so I definitely am going to be using Notion to do all my planning. I may end up missing having a reading journal where I can make a calendar and plan my content and stuff. I'm going to give Notion a try for 2026, where that is where my content is being planned, and then just my reading tracking is this journal. So yes, thank you Clever Fox, because I've got a perfect reading journal, and then my Notion can be my content planning, and that's what I wanted to do anyways. I wanted to try to separate tracking my books from tracking my content, and this new plan will allow me to do that. So I'm excited about that. Again, I'll link the Clever Fox journal down below, and I don't think you can like link Notion. I have no idea how that works, so you don't get to see what my Notion looks like, but just know that it's gonna help me. Okay, on to the reading goals, you guys. I have a lot of reading goals because a lot is going on next year, and I'm here for it. I'm here to lock in. Okay, I'm here to lock in because honestly, my rebrand really inspired me. It inspired me to take a look at my content, take a look at my reading habits, and just do an assessment of what do I want my future to be on social media, in my reading life, in my own personal growth. I have a plan. I'm excited to share it with you guys, so I'm gonna share as much as I possibly can right now. So I'm really excited. I'm gonna just start with the goals, and then as life updates need to happen, you know what? I'm just gonna say it now. So life update. My sister and I bought a house. Yeah, my sister and I bought a house. And there's a whole God story behind it. We get it in February, and we're moving. We're moving in February. So that is gonna be crazy. So the first few weeks of the month of the year are going to be packing and purging, and I'm going to do a big book unhaul. I'm probably going to do like a full-on bookshelf tour and go through every single book that I own and show you guys, because why not? I might as well now. You're going to see maybe some moving content if you guys would be interested in that. You'll definitely see a new bookshelf tour when I move. I'm very excited about my new room and our new place. It is bigger than where we live right now because we live in a tiny little place. So yeah, that is the big thing that I've been dealing with for the past 2 months. It all started in November and it all kind of like got finalized in December, and then yeah, we actually like take possession and move in February. So I'm so excited, you guys. Now because of that, buying a house is not cheap, obviously, and we can afford it. We're not being like irresponsible with this decision. Without my content, like without the revenue from my social media, there would be no possible way that I'd be comfortable doing this. My plans for next year are lofty, considering we're going to be moving into a place. The number goal, the Goodreads goal, will be 80 books. That's the lowest it's been in quite a while, but I hope, actually, I don't even know. Whatever, I'm just putting it out there. No pressure. I know I've been reading over 100, but truly I can't imagine being busier than I already am, and I will be in the new year. So I gotta slow it down. So 80 books, very doable. That's still a lot of books. And it means I'm gonna have to be very selective in what I actually read, which is what the rest of the goals are going to help me with. So for my year-long goals, I've got year-long ones and then I've got monthly ones. So the read 80 books is part of the year-long goals. Next, a lofty goal, you guys. But my unhaul is gonna help with this. Get my physical TBR to 10 books. I know. It's not even that big right now. Well, it's probably like 30 or 40 books right now. And some of them have been on there for probably 5 years. So am I going to read them? Probably not. So that's where the unhaul is going to come in. I'm going to do a full video literally going through my entire book collection and unhauling all the ones that I know for sure I don't want to keep. And then I'll have like a maybe pile and we can talk about it. But this is gonna have to happen pretty quick here because like we have like 2.5 months before I'm moving, and I don't want to bring unnecessary books with me to our new place. My next goal is to do a book purge unhaul, and I will share all of that, and I hope that it's entertaining. So next goal is to complete at least one daily devotional book, and I kind of want to just say like Christian nonfiction, because the book that I want to do is Loved to Life by Anne Voskamp. My sweet friend and subscriber and patron Cora, which she has a channel, so I'll link her down below. She sent me this book for my birthday, so thank you so much. It's so beautiful and I really want to dive into this. My friend Amanda from Book Lover Amanda, she was sharing some of the things she was reading in this on her Instagram stories. All of the passages she shared like brought me to tears, so I was like, I need this book. So then Cora got it for me. So it says a 40-day pilgrimage with love himself that will change your life. And so yeah, isn't it just so pretty? So this is the book that I want to read in 2026. I want to take my time with it and underline it, and I'll probably share things on Instagram as well, but it's going to be absolutely beautiful. So can't wait for that. So that is my next goal. Next goal is again a stretch goal. We'll see if I have time for this, but it's to make a part 2 to my recommendation master list. So if you guys didn't know, I do have a PDF that you can buy that has all of my Christian romance recommendations from 4 stars to 6 stars in a PDF form from the beginning of my life reading Christian romance to March 2025. I put them all together in a PDF. I tried to like make it pretty, and you can buy it through my Patreon. So you don't have to join the Patreon to buy it. You can just like buy it as a product. And I tried to make it as low as Patreon would allow. I wanted it to be $1, but Patreon won't allow me to do that. It has to be $3 minimum. So that is there. I do want to make a part 2 because obviously March 2025 was a while ago now. And I also want to make different genres. I did a Christian romance. I want to do romantic suspense. I want to do like all different genres that I read. But it did take me a very long time. And I'm like, is this worth the time for the amount of like payoff it gets. So I still want to try. So I might like pitter patter at it over the year. Next year-long goal is to start writing a book. I still want to do it. I still want to put it on my radar because I just want to like try to sit down and read. I know the sit down and write. I've heard that the biggest piece of advice for writers is to just sit down and do it. And that's what I'm struggling with. So obviously it is a good tip and it's what keeps a lot of us from even starting. So I don't know if I will have the time or the will to do that next year, but I want to try writing a book at some point in my life, especially a Christian romance book. So that's the plan. We'll see if I can make it happen next year. Then my next year-long goal is to learn a desktop editing software. So for now, I just edit on my phone through the iMovie app. It's so quick and easy for me to do that. But for like higher quality editing and videos and just features, I do need a desktop version of editing, and I don't have a MacBook, and I can't afford to like get a, what do they call, iMac? Is that what it is? An iMac like computer for, or I guess a MacBook, right? Anyways, an Apple computer. I can't afford that. So I did download the CapCut desktop version. So that's the one that I plan to try to learn. But if you guys have a Windows editing software that you recommend, that you know about, let me know. But there's just some that are like very expensive. So I don't know if that's gonna happen, but there is a free desktop version of CapCut. So I need to learn how to use it and actually start using it, which I just haven't done yet. So I want to try to at least dive into that in 2026. And then my next year-long goal is to complete and host the Francine Rivers read-along. So if you didn't see on my community tab, I did post that I want to do like a little Francine Rivers book club in 2026 where we read one of her books every month. I want to do a live show discussing the book that we read at the end of every month. The February book will not be able to have a live show because I'll be moving. So we're gonna have to have some flexibility here, but I'll let you all know. It was kind of a spontaneous thing. I was looking at my Francine Rivers collection and there's still some books by her that I haven't read yet that I would like some motivation to read because her books can be quite heavy and it does take some like mental stamina to get through them. And I think knowing that I'm reading it with all of you would help me want to read them. So that is my plan. That's why I shared that, and quite a few of you said that you'd be interested. And then the last year-long plan, year-long goal is to launch another Patreon tier. I have been really thinking about how to build a sustainable social media presence, and now that I am moving, there's certain things that I want to do, but I don't feel comfortable posting them to the whole internet. So I would like to just have it for Patreon. It means like adding even more to my plate, which my plate's pretty small right now, or I could say it's already very full. So to make it like worth it and sustainable, I did decide to launch another tier. So that will be going live maybe even now. I don't know the exact date, but I'll put information in the description. But it is going to be more per month. Right now it's going to be $8 American, $8 USD. So I think that'll be around $9.50 or $10 Canadian. I don't know about any other countries, but yeah, that is my plan. And if you like go to my Patreon, you can look at all of the membership options and each one describes what you get. So I'm losing my voice. I've been talking too much. So pick what's right for you, but my content here on YouTube will not change. I will not be any less active. I'm gonna do my best to make that a really great place for all of you who decide to support me over there. So again, thank you. I will have my Linktree linked down below if you click the Linktree app or Linktree link, and all of my social media links and links to buy stuff and my Amazon and all of that is all there. So just click whichever one you want and it'll take you to that main page. So yeah, I found it like easier than having it all linked in my description. It's just now one link that has all the other links in it. Okay, so those were the year-long goals. There are now monthly goals to go over. So yes, I'm sharing this with open hands. I could regret this, you know, but actually no regrets. This is for fun. I'm doing this because I think it will be fun and I want to do it. So maybe in April, I'll be like, no, I'm done. okay, that's fine. But for now, I want to do this. So monthly goals. Okay, first monthly goal is to read my NetGalley arcs within 1 month of release. This might be lofty as well. Again, lofty goals, that it's fine. I want to read my NetGalley arcs so that basically I have none. And then if I request one, I just read it right away. That's my plan. That's why I want to get my physical TBR to 0 too, so that I can just like get new books. Like say an author wants to send me their book, or you guys gift me a book through Amazon. When it comes in, I want to just read it. Yeah, I'll have like TBRs and stuff, but those will be from the library. So I can like give those back whenever. But when I actually like get possession of a book, I want to read it. So that's why NetGalley, I want it to be very small. It's already pretty small. I don't go crazy on NetGalley, but still there's some 2026 releases on there that I want to make sure I read in 2026. So that's the plan. I'm gonna have a couple like specific book goals that it's okay if I don't reach these, but I'm just gonna have them in my mind. So I want to read at least one young adult book per month. Doesn't matter the genre or whatever, but if it's like marketed to young adults, I want to read at least one per month, because that's part of my rebrand. I want to share about content in young adult books. So I want to continue like expanding the library of young adult books that I've read. So I want to do that. And then I do want to read 2026 new release per month too. This will kind of support my NetGalley goal, but yeah, and I may not, like I don't even have 12 NetGalley 2026 releases. So I may have to use the library, or I may not even really complete this all the way, but I want to at least be conscious, like what new releases are coming out in the month and do I want to read them is basically what I want to do. And then next is read one Francine Rivers book per month, because I'm going to do that with my read along anyways. And that's actually why I made the read along, because I wanted to put that goal and I was like, you know what, it'd be nice to do it with everyone. So that's where the read along came from. So thank you for joining. And then I want to read one book of the Bible per month, but again, this is where I'm like, do I like deep dive and study, or do I try to consume as much as I can? And again, pros and cons to both. For now, I would like to try to read one book per month of the Bible. Some are longer than others, so that might be unrealistic for some times of depending on what book I want to read, but it's there. It's there to like have me thinking about it. And then the next two goals are like a little bit different. So I want to take 1 weekend off from content each month. So that means on Saturday, Sunday, I don't post anything. So I used to upload Tuesdays and Saturdays, and for now, my upload schedule is going to be out the window. I'm going to upload whenever I have a video ready. That's what I've been doing for a little bit now. And I try to do at least 2 videos per week, but day of the week will change week to week. So at least 1 weekend though per month where Saturday isn't the day I upload. I rarely will upload on Sundays, but sometimes I do. So anyways, I want to make sure that I am not posting anything, like including Instagram stories and just like literally anything on Saturday or Sunday, 1 weekend per month. And lastly, for monthly goals, I want to designate 1 technology-free day per month. So meaning I don't go on any social media at all for an entire day. Right now, I don't do that. I go on social media every single day that I am alive so far. So that is not what I want to do with my time. I want to have time to do other things and other hobbies. This is my number one hobby, so I don't necessarily want to change that, but I think for my own mental health, I would like to have 1 technology-free day per month. So I will maybe post about it, but maybe even not. Like it's literally just for me. I'm just telling you guys, maybe for your own sake, if you want to do that too. But yeah, that is what I'm going to do. So those are the goals. Let me just double check. I think that's everything. I am going to be sharing my 2026 TBR, or like my must reads, in a separate video. I usually want to combine those 2 videos, but this is long enough because I had a lot to say. And so thank you for being here, you guys. I've had such an amazing 2025 on social media. I had a lot of milestones, and despite it being like a very highs and lows year, I'm ending on a good note because my sister and I bought a house. That's the craziest part. Like I'm amazed. So yeah, check the description. There's gonna be a lot of stuff there for you, and thank you for being here, you guys. I love you all. I really appreciate you. This is my favorite thing that I do, and my 2026 content, I hope that it's really high quality. I'm gonna really focus on the topics of my videos and making sure that they're helpful to you. There's going to be ones that I want to do just for fun, but like I've said before, I want to be a resource to you and do the best that I can to do that. So there's going to be videos coming on so many different topics and I want your input. So looking forward to all of that. But for now, there's the recap of 2025. There's my goals for 2026. It's a lot, but it's going to be fun. So I hope you're all here with me for the journey, and let's go. I'm entering my 10 years of doing content, my 10-year anniversary. I think it's January 23rd or something. It's in the 20s of January that I posted my first ever YouTube video. We're gonna hit 10 years in just a couple weeks. So I'm gonna do some 10-year content too, and like some reflections, and I can't believe it. So thank you for being here again. I love you all, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.